I guess you could say
아까 지금 나 혼냈다고 권력 차리. 이씨. 오, 니네 허수 배워? 이거 아직 안 배웠어. 여기 안 들어가잖아.
나도 안 배웠어.
나도 민소문에까지 배웠게.
우리도 인수분해 지금 생각해.
And b is greater than 0? Be right.
지금 우리도 허수예요. 방금 한 거.
이미지너리 넘버.
나 저기 되게 재밌어. 우리 어차피 예습해야 돼, 준이야. 특히 너.
선생님 안 맞아요.
60도 안 되는데 무슨 예습을.
수학 선생님 들었어요.
선생님 싫어서. 오. 그치. I think she'll be fired.
아니 하지마.
선생님, 우리도 허수예요. 방금 이거 한 거.
No, it's so
이거 해요,
hard.
이거.
이미지너리.
이거 해요. 이거 방금 쌤이 한 거. 이런 거. 이런 거.
I. You need I.
이거 아이예요. 어디 보세요. 동그란 아이인가? 그게 바로 그거잖아요.
다 쉬워요.
쉬우니까 해요. 저희 어제 그거 배워요, 학교에서. 배워야 돼요. 아니, 너무 어렵대요, 준이가.
We can plot in the plane. We can plot in like this is real and this is imaginary. So it's like
저거 뭐죠?
so what is like
그랬던 거 너무 알아.
Oh. So yeah, so this is imaginary axis. So this is like I minus 2I. This is 2I. 3I. And this is normal, like 1,
집에 가고 싶지.
2. Well, technically no, but it gives you an easy way to plot functions like this, right? So like, if you were to write like,
준이야. 그거 앞에다 해.
or if you were to write 2I plus 3,
컴퓨터를 여기 앞에 두라고.
right?
정말 질문할 때 얼마나 답답했는 줄 알아? 죽는 줄 알았어.
What would that be? What would 2I plus 3 be?
여기 사는 고마움을 느꼈지만 죽는 건 죽는 거야.
3? That is 2 plus 3.
Yeah.
오.
What about like y equals
준이야,
I?
저거 들어야 돼. 너 지금 그거 배우잖아.
잠깐만.
That. Yeah. What is that?
This is normally y equals x, but here it's like I. So this would be like yeah. I think it's
The basketball in
What
quadratic graph and what we call that. Quadratic
Quadratic?
graph and there is one called that only.
in imaginary.
나 갖고 싶어.
We call that quadratic function.
Yeah.
What we call that one?
Linear.
Linear. Linear function. Okay.
And x, this
두
one.
개나 있네.
So the one that looks like this, like x cubed.
오.
X cubed, right? So x cubed, blah blah blah. That's cubic.
잘하네.
큐빅.
이거 갖고 싶어.
큐빅.
지금 봐. 오. DNA 같이 생겼다.
DNA 이렇게
Same
생겼어요.
DNA가
내 머리처럼.
DNA. DNA 저렇게 안 생겼어요.
아니 그 꼬아놓은 거 뭐?
RNA 아니에요?
맞아. RNA 한 줄만 있는 거 배웠는데.
학교에서 그걸 배운다고?
우리 방학생 때 배운 거.
그래
뭘
오늘
배운다고?
RNA DNA. 출근 그 학교에서 출근 있어요.
네.
출근 있으면 물어보고.
야, 니 빨리 물어봐. 인수분해.
나오네.
쌤 인수분해요.
진짜
쌤 인수분해.
내용.
쌤 인수분해.
Yes, what is your question? It better be a serious
쌤
question.
이거요.
If it's too easy, then I will.
쌤 답답해 죽이는. 쌤 이거를 인수분해야 돼. 인수분해. 인수분해.
Absolute value?
Yes.
근데
Factor?
is
What is this? What is
공모
this?
못 봤는데?
Another line here?
공모로 나누면 이거?
Like x
아니,
plus
이런
1?
거.
11? Oh, you just solve it. Yeah.
이걸 이렇게 푸는 걸 얘가 몰라요.
아니,
받으면 고쳐줘야
쉬워요.
되잖아.
그러니까 쌤 이거 풀어주세요. 얘 설명 좀 해주세요.
만약에
너가 해주면 되잖아.
그러니까
Okay,
여기에
first
이거를
one.
나눠주는 근데 만약에
Question
식이 이렇게
is,
됐을 때 나눠줘야 되는데
x to the fourth
Yes. Yes.
예를 들어서 이렇게
플러스,
이렇게
마이너스
이렇게 돼 있으면
11
나눠줘야
X
되잖아.
제곱.
이런 식으로 나눌
마이너스?
필요가 없고
네.
이미
Yes.
식이 이렇게 돼 있는데
X 제곱 플러스
이거는
1.
이렇게 하면 돼. 아닌가?
Yes.
Okay,
아니야,
so
봐봐,
the
이거 맞아.
easiest thing to do
그러니까
is to
이거는
factor
이건
it,
이미
so
이렇게 돼
it's some
있으니까
x
이거 그냥
squared.
이거 묶어버린 거야.
You want it to
그러니까
look like
이거는 굳이 나눌
this.
필요가 없는 거지.
So x
뭐가
squared
뭐
minus
나눠야
a
되는데 그게 뭐지?
times x squared minus b. This is the first thing to try when you see a power of 4. And because there's no cube term and there's no x term, right? So, we can do a cool thing related to what I've been teaching you
방정식 이거.
when we talk about these kinds of equations. So I'll show you that.
방정식.
Okay. So, yeah. So when you see this, right, it can be difficult, but it's not difficult because we only see x to the fourth and x squared, right? So that means that when you factor, you get something like this, right?
예.
And you know it's minus y? Why is it x squared minus a, x squared minus b?
Because minus times minus is plus.
Minus is here, and this one is minus times minus is plus. Okay. So let's try it. What do you think it is?
I'll show you.
Any ideas?
We can change x4 is that you can change the letter t, right? T1. I don't know how to.
I guess you could say x squared equals t, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I did basically,
Uh-huh.
right? So x squared equals t. So you want to try to factor it. I don't think it's factorable easily because the 11 is annoying and it's hard to find something because they're both negative, right? So x squared equals t. We get t squared minus 11t plus 1 equals 0, right? They want a 0.
Yeah.
Alright, factoring, not easy, right?
Yes.
Not easy because we have minus 11 and plus 1. So that's no good. Alright, so t,
It's very unknown.
11 plus or minus the square root of 11 squared is 121.
I solved it.
Minus 4ac is 4, right? Did you get this?
I solved that.
선생님,
노가다.
그니까 이거 노가다라고?
아니, no 노가다. We can.
이거 x의 제곱, 이
I
x의
know.
제곱.
We can solve it. We can divide minus 11x squared to
인수분해 좀 하려.
minus 2x and minus 9x.
인수분해. 근데
예.
영어로 해줘.
이거 더 쉬워요.
그러니까 x의 값을 구하는 게 아니라
we have
갖다가-
to factor.
Factor?
Yes.
No quadratic formula?
No,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, that's what you want. Okay.
I know, but 이게 또
이거 더 쉬우니까.
저도 알아요.
알겠어.
진이가 학과처를 몰라요.
오케이.
합창 공식 모른다고?
알아, 내가 알려줬는데
제일
답답해.
쉬운 건데.
Yeah, this is annoying. Okay. Factor it? Why are they making you do that? Okay, here we go.
그러니까 11x 이거 나눠줄 거야. 2x 할
Yeah, I guess the minus 2x. I mean, I guess the idea is, I think it's like this. Yeah, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes,
And then
yes.
if you take this part,
Yes.
what is this part of it?
t minus 1
응?
squared.
Yeah.
그러니까 t로 치환한 거라고.
치환은 안 돼.
치환해도 돼? 나중에 다시 넣으면 되니까.
Because then you can just put x, t is x squared.
치환을 한다고? 치환이랑 합차
Is it
공식을
a
동시에
4?
정하는
If
거야?
it's a 4, it's
아 근데 치환 안 해도 상관없게
more
하면 치환이
편해요.
편해.
When
Yes,
you're
comfortable.
이거
Yes.
difficult.
Yes, difficult.
뭐가
This is easy, and because there's no, the key
더
is that
쉬운데 내가.
there's no x cubed, and there's no x, right?
Yes.
So that means that we can just write t is x squared. I mean, and then we get where x to the fourth
t 제곱
equals t squared, right?
Yes.
And then the x squared equals t. So then you substitute t in, and you get t squared minus 11t plus 1 equals 0. And so this is bad because we have a minus 11 and we have plus 1, right? Plus 1, the only thing that can be is minus 1 times minus 1, right?
Yes.
So we need some, so then the key is to say, okay, we have minus 1, minus 1. Let's take x minus 1 squared. What is that?
1.
X squared minus 2x plus 1.
plus 1
Yeah, alright, this is part of what, sorry, I meant to write t. Sorry.
t
No,
와
t. This is part of what we have, right?
Yeah.
And then if we subtract this from this, you get t minus 1 squared minus 9t.
Yes, 90.
What else do they want you to do?
And change t
Change
to
to x.
Yes.
Alright, so we have x squared minus 1 squared minus 9x squared.
Yes. We can 합쳐.
합쳐 공식
Yes.
And then what do you want to do? This is,
It's 3x times minus 3x.
나 제곱 없는데
except the thing is
그냥
that
하는 거지.
this is, okay, so yeah, this is a squared, so what is a, let's write it like this. A squared minus b squared equals,
A
plus B,
A minus B.
yeah,
합쳐 공식 근데 왜
okay.
못 푸냐고
So then what does this go to?
제대로 안 했구나.
So we have a plus b, so we have x squared,
Squared minus
플러스
플러스 3x.
3x 마이너스 1
yep, okay, this is,
풋 오케이 이렇게 돼 이제
and then what is this?
X
X a minus b, so
그거는
that's, yeah, x
합쳐
squared
공식
minus 3x
3x plus 1 minus
그
1.
minus 1.
그 나눌
Alright,
때
equals
10을
0,
나눌
and
때
then
뭔가
these ones,
다른
what do we do with
제곱이
these?
되게 만들어
X to the power 4. No.
내가 알려면 치원에서 알았어
We can
이건
factorize it.
치원했잖아
This is not nice. I don't
근데
like
그게 더
it.
보기가
I
쉽다고
don't like
쌤이
this. It's bad. You need quadratic formula.
오와
Is this all you have to do? Because
Yeah.
to solve this, you need to use. Yeah.
We don't need to solve that. We just want to
Okay.
factor.
Because this is ugly.
Yes, ugly.
Okay.
Korean education ugly too.
Do you okay? Everybody understand?
Yes.
So this is kind of stupid because like. This is just kind of stupid because you just need to realize, you just need to look at, if you see a fourth, right? Know that x to the fourth is bad, okay? So then look, the key is if you have x to the fourth, ax to the fourth plus bx squared plus c, right?
Yeah.
That's good because,
You can change it.
yeah, you can change it. So it's like you can write this as like x squared plus something times x squared plus something else, right?
Yes.
Okay. Got it? Next question.
근데 또 물어보고 지금 첫 번째
뭐
물어보고
하는
아니 솔직히 5번 넘게 버티는 게 합쳐서
And then I'm going to show you something really cool that relates to what you're doing in school.
Oh, like this. I don't know what it is.
Plus and times and plus and
아니
times.
걔네 그게 몰라
Oh, plus times. And
What?
When we solve the
divide.
when we solve cubic it's ugly too.
아 나도
Okay, cubics, just guess. Cubic, you just guess.
Yes.
And you see if it works, and then you're like, okay. That's what I do for cubic. I see a cubic and I just guess, I guess.
Yes, we
Yeah.
guess and
Check.
So we have to practice very a lot.
Just the cubic, it's just the idea is to just get like into the habit of seeing what makes what, you know, like how you can split it into factors. Okay?
Yes.
That's the only way, is to get used to it. You just have to do it. There's nothing. Any more question? I don't know how that thing works. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I have a question, but it's
필요해요.
too hard.
Huh?
I have a question, but it's too hard to.
No, ask.
Okay. There's a long question, but how can I write?
저
that?
가져가서
Right?
볼래?
And that-
나 생각이
Yeah.
Okay.
You can erase
I'm
it.
angry. 아, 수학만 없다니. 어떻게 있는데 어떻게 수학이 없지? 올림피아드 맞추니까.
There is
Olympiad?
This 올림피아 아니 올림포스.
Oh, Olympus. Oh, math Olympiad. 있어요. 수학 Olympiad 있어요.
수학. 아.
내가 가르친 거 도와줄 수 있어요.
오.
그 수학
와.
Olympiad.
So 멋진.
아니 제가 하지 않아.
다 물어봐도 되는 건가?
그 올림피아드 이긴 학생
This-
나보다 너무 똑똑해요.
No, no.
Olympiads? No. Well, the international ones.
I'm 1등 할 수 있을까요? 거기에서?
International?
Are you join Olympiad?
No, they're crazy. Don't. I know some because in MIT we have all the gold medalists. In the world.
참가의 의의를 두는 거지.
They all win, all world best. We have them all in my school, and they're very much smarter than me.
스마트.
Yeah.
뭐 푸는 거야?
Oh god.
A가 뭐야?
I don't like this. I don't like it.
진짜 수업 먹었는데.
Ah.
제가 내려갔다 올까? 진짜 물어본 거 너무 많은데 지금 고쟁이에서 물어본 거 너무
Why
많은데.
do they make you do this?
내일 만나보라. 내일 물어봐야지.
This is so
내일
stupid.
만나 내일 기회가 있어. 제 시간에.
이거 뭐야?
아 이거 너 풀어야 돼. 이게 나눗셈이거든? 나머지가 이거가
quadratic.
야
fx is quadratic.
뭐야?
Wait, so this is divided by f of
what
x?
is
Yes.
what is
We don't know what is.
뭐
What is
너
the we just only know the remainder.
아.
So it's like you have some like a divided by f.
지금 뭐하니?
Oh, this is more.
fx가
뭐?
문자 구할 수 있잖아.
맥스 하나의 수치가
Yeah.
fx
You
아,
have
미스에
the
이거.
remainder, right?
근데
So it's like
눈으로 바꿔야지.
this. Call this equation a. Mod f of x.
와드요?
This is an easier way to write it.
I don't like 모드.
Wait.
I don't remember.
그냥 풀기만 하면 어떻게 푸는지 알면 돼.
Because g of x is the remainder.
이거
So when
어디서
you
나온
divide
거야?
it, g of x is the remainder. Yeah. So it's like.
뭘 구하는 거야?
나머지가
G
G2인
G2.
걸 구해야 된대. 근데
겁나
GX가
우리 반에서
나머지잖아.
우리 반에 세 번밖에 못
하나도 안
풀었어.
보인다.
어?
보인 거에서.
Alright,
아, 이거
let's
어떻게
write it
풀어?
like. Actually, let's write it like this.
내가 풀어주마. 하!
This is gonna be annoying.
근데 A랑 B는 뭐야, 진짜야?
Okay.
A랑 B는 왜 모으는 거야?
What is
This
A
thing
and
is
B?
the same.
여기 앞에 써있는 가로 A.
두개
가로
구하라고?
These are the same, right? These are just equations,
Yes.
right?
B.
Yeah.
뭐야 이게?
So this is the same
어디
thing.
어디?
So you got this ugly
Oh,
thing,
A.
right?
아래?
아니 저기 위에 A 가로하고 A 아니 B
아 그냥 보기야.
아 보기야.
Yes.
아.
So is A and B is condition. Yes.
오케이 오케이.
Wait, so when you divide by g, is it a constant?
Constant.
Is it a constant with this remainder?
Remainder.
Because when you divide by g,
Yes.
do you mean divided by g equals this, or is this the remainder? Because
It is remainder.
in this is so divided by g equals some constant, right? So it equals n, a number
Yes.
plus, right? Right?
여기 진짜.
아
Why did we plus n?
R
Because okay, so my question is that when you divide this by g,
뭐야?
are they saying that when you divide this by g, it's a number? Like, is it like 1, or is it like 2 or 3, or is it like 5x plus 3y plus 7? That's my question.
뭐로 쓴 거야?
You asked me the condition.
Yeah, so when you divide by this,
Yeah.
is it like 4? It would be like 4 plus g of x, right? Something like that, right? For example, so it's a number. That makes it easy. Okay. All right. So let's just write it as like some constant, right? So c plus. Okay. This is ugly. All right. So let's write it like this. First, we'll do the first one. So you have x cubed plus 5x squared
다른 거 아니야?
plus 6x
Yes.
plus 2 divided by f of x
그럼 우리가
equals
먼저
c plus g of x.
Yeah.
Some constant, right?
이 시기
C
can be.
근데 이거랑 같단 소리야.
C is constant.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
이거랑
Yeah. C.
Just assume.
아니까 뭐.
That's what I asked you.
Ah,
Yeah. That's why I'm curious if we can assume it's a constant or not.
It is not
이거랑
constant.
같다고.
It is
이거 같단 소리.
f of x is cubed. I know it is squared f of x is ax squared plus bx plus c.
You know that. Okay.
Yeah, she know that.
Okay. That is important.
Yeah.
Okay.
저거 어떻게
그냥
대충.
Alright, so let's try to factor this
아까
stupid
조건이네.
cube.
그러니까
Right? So
x 2차식이 조건이야 그냥.
그러니까 대충 있는 거.
Ah.
저게 정확한 답인 줄 알았어. 그냥
alright, so what is this thing? This is okay, so it's
이건 이 형태가 이거래. A가 있을 때 거야.
x squared, right? So it's gonna have an x squared
나눴으니 해가지고 이거
and an x, right? Because it's x1, x cubed, right? Alright. And then how many x squareds do we have? It's not good. Because it's 2.
If you don't solve, it's okay.
무시.
그냥 못 푼다면 안 풀고 싶으면.
I don't, okay, what I'm
못
confused
푼다,
about. No, see, it's bothering me because when you divide by this,
Yeah.
what do you get? Like you get some x, right? Because it's some x squared, so you write f of x, so it equals ax squared plus bx
Yeah.
plus c
Yeah.
times. You need another
Times something.
Q.
cube. No, not times a cube. It needs to be times.
Time
몫이 뭔데? 몫을
we don't know 뭐. Yeah.
That's the problem is because
AX로 구해.
if g of x is cubic, do you know anything about g of x?
Geogas can be
나머지.
ax plus b or only constant.
So it's ax plus b. Okay, that's good. Or c, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what does this need to be? This is f of x, right? So what does this need to be? It's linear, right?
Yeah.
몫이.
Okay, so it's like x plus b, right? So it's, or I guess dx plus e. So it's some function here, and then you have plus g of x.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That's interesting.
So I think and then we have x cubed plus 5 x squared plus 6x plus 2
왜 학교는 벌써 이런 거부터
equals,
Geogas.
so it's some, let's just write it as ax plus b
Yeah.
times some, it needs to be some dx squared plus e, right? because it,
Yes.
because f of x is x. Okay, so f of x is x and then plus, oh god, okay, so let's make this a1, b1, d1, e1, and then plus ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna guess the answer. And so I'm gonna do something a little bad, and I'm just gonna put an x here,
Yeah.
okay, to make things easier. And I'm just gonna put an x squared here, okay? And then I'm gonna multiply it, and I'm gonna get x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x plus 2 equals ax cubed plus bx, yeah, plus bx squared plus cx
Here.
어디 분이?
plus g of
아,
x.
이만큼 하고 있어.
Yeah.
다 하고 있어.
Ah,
C만.
I like this.
Hmm?
I like this. We're just gonna guess this.
Ah,
So we're gonna guess
Oh.
a equals 1, b equals 5. We're guessing to see if it works. C equals 6. And let's just let g of x be 2 for now. Alright, then we see if it works. If not, we try something else. I'm sorry. Alright, so if g of x is 2, oh, we can make this whatever we want. Okay, so then we have, let's plug in for our f and g of x, right? So this is g of x, which is 2, right? And then that is, alright.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, plus x minus x squared minus 4?
Yeah.
Yuck. Okay.
It's terrible.
Okay, so this is so stupid. Why would you ever have to do this?
Yes, that's my question to the teacher.
I mean, you can do it, but it's just useless.
But yes, it's useful because we
Computer does it.
We can't use in reality in our life.
No.
Yeah, so that's a problem for that.
This is so stupid.
That problem has to solve by the math solved by scientists or some very stupid genius.
2 times some function. Wait, you can just make it work. You know why you can make it work? Because, and you can make this function anything. There's no rule. So you just make it work. Do you get why? Because we just guess a solution that works, right? So you guess f of x equals, and then you just pull out an f of x because whatever you divide by g of x and you get something, you can just make that function whatever you want. So you can just make it work, right? So it's 2 times something, right? Some function, and then it's plus f of x is x squared plus 5x plus 6, and then minus x squared, and then minus 4, right? So this is 2. So you have 5x plus 2. So you need 2 times something plus 5x plus 2 equals that, right? And then you just put in whatever you want to make it equal.
모르겠다. C만 구하면 되는데 C만.
That's so difficult.
This is so stupid. This is so dumb. Oh. Okay.
You're so dummy.
야 근데 쟤네 학교 저부터
Do you have more
전반기
questions that are
기반이 더 어렵다고.
conceptual? Not make me solve this.
This problem is stupid.
That's what I say. I say it's
앞으로도
stupid. Now I'll show you something that's not stupid. This is cool actually.
아나 프린터 필요해. 아 모르는 거 진짜 완전 많은데 학교에서.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna write you
Yeah.
고생해.
and I'm gonna tell you
거생이 찾아가지고 뭐라고 하는지 다 모르는 거.
Evaluate.
아 W인 줄 알았네.
Interesting.
대체 뭐가?
And I want a simple expression.
심플하네.
What is evaluate?
평가.
So that means like solve it.
뭐라고?
Yeah.
맞다.
뭐라고?
평가.
이건 뭐야?
평가.
뭘 평가해요?
이런 잘못
평가.
Okay.
저거를 뭐
So
어쩌면
let's start with this. So x plus y to the 1. What's that?
X plus
Yeah.
Y.
X plus y. So n equals 1. Alright, n equals 1.
이건 모르는데.
N equals 2. What's x plus y? This is classic. You need to know this actually.
Yes.
This comes up a lot.
X and x squared plus 2xy plus y squared.
Alright, let's do
이제
one
알았다.
more, okay? N equals 3.
X cubed.
X plus y cubed.
X plus y cubed is x cubed
3
plus 3x x squared y.
Plus 3
Plus
y
y
squared x
Yes.
plus
아 거꾸로
y.
했어.
Plus y cubed.
큐트.
Yeah.
그래서
Alright,
저걸 정리하라고.
Let's start
전개하라.
thinking about this.
Yeah.
I would suggest doing one more.
X fourth power
X
x
four는-
plus y power 4.
이거를 그냥 제곱한 거예요.
I want you to think.
오, 노노노. 내가 잘못 봤더니 믹스를.
쌤
I want you to.
모르겠어요.
What?
I want you to think about the relationship between n
Yeah.
and the coefficients.
Oh, I got it.
What?
If n is 1, the 개수 is 2. And the thing is 2. If n is 1, the answer is 2.
투라고? 아 항이 두 개 있다고?
Alright, so there is 2, and if the n is 2, there is a 3. Three number.
Okay,
Ah.
yeah, that's how many terms there are. Okay, so there are n terms, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we call terms. There's n terms,
Ah,
right?
okay.
And why is that? Alright, let's write n equals 4.
Yeah.
And I want you to look at the coefficients. Okay? I want you to look at the coefficients on each one. But I also want you to think about, how I want you to think about it is, we have something like this, right? We have x plus y times x plus y times x plus y. Dot 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 dot. And we put n of them.
Yeah.
So how do you multiply this out?
I think there is a formula.
Yeah, so how do you multiply things like this? Right? So you take one of them, right?
Yes.
And then what do you do?
One of them.
So, okay. Think about how you multiply. First you would do like this, right?
Yeah.
Then you would do this.
Yeah.
And what is true about the end result?
X power n.
No. So we're multiplying one of these by one. Everything has to be multiplied by everything else, right?
Yes.
Alright, think about it that way.
So what are we going to say?
Alright, so let's think about it. We want every single combination, right?
Yes.
Alright, so n equals 4. Let's do one more. So we have x plus y to the 4, right?
Yes.
Alright, so x to the 4th plus
You can memorize that.
4x squared y, 4x cubed y plus 6x squared y squared plus, I'm doing this in my head, that should give you a hint. 4 x y cubed plus y to the fourth.
내 키가 좀 계속 큐트가
파스칼.
오.
Bingo! And why is it Pascal?
파스칼?
파스칼의 삼각.
토마토
그
Pascal
말이
아세요? She was
저거요.
brilliant, brilliant,
Wow.
brilliant.
그게
You've
저거야.
seen this,
저거-
right?
저거를
What's
규칙이
x
있어.
plus y to the zero?
규칙이 어디 있는데?
원.
와 모르니까 알 수 없다고.
Alright, so
아,
she said something that was very insightful.
오,
You know this triangle.
He's
Yes.
genius.
네?
Yes, she's genius.
No.
지니어스가 어디 있죠? 안
저기
보인다. 안 보인다.
Genius. Alright,
지니어스.
1.
4, 6.
Interesting.
아, 오,
우와.
he's
Yeah.
genius.
Alright, what's the next one?
저 생각해도
What's the
된다.
next one? What's the fifth row? This is
One.
first,
Yes.
second, 4.
5,
아,
6.
yes, 1,
1,
5,
5, 10.
1, 5, 10.
어?
10, 5.
저 하나씩 밀린 거 아니에요?
아니 두 개를 더 해야지. 더 해서 나온 합을 쓰는 거야.
두 개를 더해서 어디?
5.
Interesting.
Yeah,
원까지.
interesting.
And what is, let's just check. Let's
Yeah.
check our theory.
개술.
Yeah.
N equals 5.
어.
What is x plus y to the 5?
X.
Do it out. So multiply this by x plus y.
이거.
You can multiply this.
Really? Oh,
You
that's
don't have to, but
terrible.
we see a pattern happening.
야,
Okay, now let's try to analyze what does this mean.
이렇게 되는
This is gonna combine three different things. Three different things. It's gonna combine this, it's gonna combine Pascal, and it's gonna combine something we've done before.
예를 들어서.
내가 해볼래.
Pascal.
재밌다.
So Pascal, right?
Yes.
What is name? Pascal?
Pascal's triangle.
Yes.
Pascal. 아,
삼각비?
삼각형.
그게 뭐지?
이게 삼각형.
Pascal's triangle.
어디 그것도 알아?
Yeah.
Why it is
봤어
triangle?
그냥.
어디서?
Because this is like a triangle.
아,
이거 서쪽이었던
피라미드.
우리 진짜 서쪽이었던 거.
It's a triangle.
아 저게 트라이앵글이에요.
Pascal's triangle.
I saw it before.
Yes.
Where?
And she
그냥 봤어.
I think she see in
진짜?
Olympiad.
오케이.
No.
아니 할것 같다고요.
I'm very poor at math.
할 수 있어요. 선생님 할수 있는
the stuff that I teach you actually helps a lot on Olympiad. If you take Olympiad after I teach you everything, you do okay. You don't win, but you do well. To win, you need to know all college math.
She is third prize.
Really?
What?
No.
Third prize.
No. The people who get like bronze medals in the international, they come to MIT, and as a freshman, they take graduate math course. They done with all of
Oh.
college math.
In the first year.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy man.
No, they're all crazy. They're monsters. They only do math, nothing else.
Oh.
Entire life is math.
Oh, how bored.
I know, exactly.
Board game.
Don't do that. Math is good, but other stuff is also good.
Cake board.
I don't like that.
Okay, so we see Pascal.
Yes.
Alright, on the coefficients, right?
Yes.
So these are the coefficients. So it's like you could put a 1 here and a 1 here, right? So here we have 1, 4, 6.
4,
1.
2.
Alright, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that the formula of the x plus y power to the n.
Now, is there any way we can describe these coefficients? Consider n.
Yeah.
This is a little bit hard.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so this is n. And I want you to think about this. This has, right? This has, so n, if n is here, there's n of these things, right? Right? Call these things k.
It can be hard.
Each of them. So 1 is K and 5 is K and 10 is K and
Yeah, Yeah, so K is ranging from, K is in the set of, what is K going from? K equals 1, K equals 2, K equals 3, K equals 4,
Bigger and
K equals 6. So it's going from 1 to n, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Big hints, big hints. Alright. Now I want you to think about what's happening here. How many x's do we have?
And
We have n x's. Right?
yeah.
How many y's do we have?
So X, Y. I no, N, Y.
N y's.
Yes.
Alright. We have n x's and we have n y's.
Yeah.
Now, what happens on each one of these? On each term in this product, right? So we're gonna have n terms, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna look something like, you know, you're gonna have x to the n plus, and then, you know,
One.
plus y to the n.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to think about what comes in the middle here. How do we construct what the middle is? And there's gonna be a total of n terms, right?
Yeah.
Alright, start thinking.
We have
But-
to use supercomputer.
Well, we can know the power, but I think we can't know the
You can know the power.
Powers.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Right, so what are the powers?
X X N, but we can't know the that before the X.
차소 파워.
We know coefficients.
But we can a coefficient.
We know what these are.
A coefficient is before the X.
Yeah. Well, we think it's this. And I want us to think, this is very hard to see the first time you see it. But I want you to think about, we have n these. What is this case? This is the case where we multiplied, we took all n x's
Yes.
and we multiplied n x's together.
Yes.
One case, all x. Okay?
Yeah.
Here's case number 2, all y. Right? Second case,
Yeah.
all y. Alright, now what if I take n minus 1 x's and 1 y?
Yeah. You can possible.
Impossible.
No.
Possible.
Yeah, I can take n minus 1 of them. I can take, here's n minus 1.
So the power can be that.
I can take n minus 1 x's and 1 y. Right? So then what do I get? I get some a x.
X power n minus 1 times y. Yes.
Alright, let's do an example for not n. Let's do an example for n equals 5. Alright? Alright, so we have 5 times, so x plus y,
Yeah.
x plus y,
Huh?
x plus y, 5 times.
파이브?
Yes.
We've got 5 of them. Alright, let's start with 4 because we did 4. We know what 4 is. Alright? Alright, so how many options do I have? I have to multiply everything by everything else.
너무 많아요.
너무 많아요.
Yes.
근데
There is a plant in Korea. 근데. Like 근데 된장국.
아 하지마.
아,
Yes.
아싸 고민은 끝나고.
Okay. Now let's see. What can we pick? Let's say we
4
take
x.
all x's.
Yeah.
What happens when we pick 4 x's?
X to X to the 4.
Yeah. So x to the 4th. There's our 4 x's. Alright, what am I going to do next? I'm gonna
3
take
X and 1 Y.
3 x's and 1 y.
언제?
Huh, and what's
언제
that?
Oh.
A something X something times X cubed times Y.
How do we find a?
Like
That-
yes, Pascal.
No. Ignore this for now.
Yes.
I want you to tell me, you have 4x plus y's. How many ways
Ah.
can you pick
아,
3
아,
x's?
아, 4 choose 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, interesting. Alright, yes.
진짜 다르다니까.
Okay. 4 choose 3 times x minus
Oh,
y.
interesting.
Interesting, right. Alright, let's do our next case. I want 2 x's. I take my first 2 x's. And then let's take 2 y's. Alright, so we've got something plus bx squared y squared, right? 2 x's, 2 y's. What's b?
4 choose 2.
y?
나는 모르겠니?
몇 개 중에 몇 개 고르는 거.
y, what's the coefficient?
그거 사실 똑같이 어차피 개수는
4개?
그 똑같은 게
Yeah, see, I have 2x, 2y, right? I pick x, x.
경우의 수를 못
Y, y.
Yes.
But the problem is, it's the same if I do y, y, x, x. It's the same result. Okay? So, I have 4. I have 4, right? How many ways can I pick 2x, 2y?
4 choose X.
Alright, so I have 4x plus y's, right? I have 4 options. How many ways can I pick 2? I want to pick the 2 y's. How many ways can I pick the 2 y's and the other 2 are x's? Right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Which 2 are y's? I want to put a label on 2 of them saying y. How many ways can I pick 2 y's? I have 4 items, I want to take 2 of them and label them y. How many ways can I pick 2 from 4? I have 4 markers. How many ways can I pick 2 items?
4 times 3.
아,
4개?
4 times 3
두 개를 고르 확률을 고르는 거야.
divide by 2.
Yeah.
아, because
You have to pick-
ABBA.
And what is that? What is that? Yeah.
4 choose 2.
Yeah, 4
I
choose 2.
그 답을 말하는 게 아니라 그냥 그거 말하는
아.
와.
Because it's 2 y's. We need to pick 2 y's. We have 4 okay? 4 things,
Yes.
and we pick 2. Which 2 are y? Which 2 are x? We pick 2 y, the other 2 are x. Okay?
오케이.
Alright. Now we go one more. Now, what do we need to do? What's our next choice? 1x?
1x 3y.
3y. Okay. But the problem is, we only said one way. What if we pick y, x, y, y? So how many ways can we pick 3 x's from 4 items? I mean 3 y's from 4 items?
4 choose 3.
Yes. 4 choose 3. And how many x's did we have?
1x.
1.
1x. How many y's?
3.
Okay. And what's our last term?
4 choose 4.
We have
Only y.
only y, and there's only one way to do that, plus y to the 4th.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
interesting.
yes, interesting.
오 마이 갓. 난 interesting.
So, 이거 더 재밌어!
완전
Alright.
여기 이상한 두 사람. 이제 어디서 제일
이거 중요해요.
중요해요.
Yes,
I know.
it's 중요.
It's 중요.
중요. Okay. So, what about for the NKs?
Oh, I will.
No, don't guess, and I want an explanation. I want like a good explanation. Alright, wanna try 5?
Rachel, I forgot. And choose K.
Yes, and choose K, what does that mean? I'm gonna stamp this into you. You will know this for sure.
K what?
And choose K.
전체적으로
Choose
Choose
K items. K get
yes.
from N items. equal to? And why?
N factorial. Divide by.
Well, think it through. Think it through. Why? Tell me why.
N
Why?
factorial.
I want you to derive this formula. Tell me. I give you n items, you pick k. How many ways can you do that? And then you derive what the formula is. Think about how many options for the first item, right? How many options for the first item?
4.
So if n, yeah, so n, right? So n options for the, let's write n options for the first item. What about the second item?
N minus 1.
Yes, what about the third item?
N minus 2.
Yes, okay. Yeah, and then what about the kth item?
K.
Kth item, we need to pick k items, right? K items. So we have, right, so the first item, we have n minus 1 for the second item, n minus 2 for the third item. Now I want, this is third, right? So now I want k minus, so kth item, right?
Yes.
Because we pick k total. Alright, I claim that's n minus k plus 1. Agree? K is just the number that we pick.
이거 고른 숫자가 K라는 거야? N에서?
Teacher, how about n choose 0?
그거지.
N choose 0? Well, tell me what n choose 0 is.
0 is 0? Or
How many ways can we pick 0 items?
3이 5
Zero?
개인데.
No.
More?
Yeah, one.
How can you choose? There is no item.
그러니까 K가
You can't choose. Well, you don't choose anything.
Yeah, but why is
걔를
1?
얘기하는 거야? 걔를 얘기하는 거잖아. 몇 개? N이 숫자가
I think it's not good.
뭐
I don't think it works. I think you can't do that because you don't pick anything. So you don't choose anything. So you would never use it.
Teacher, I thought the x plus y power n.
Yeah, and I want you to explain to me why
Yes.
it's right.
어.
Alright, he solved it. He's gonna explain it in a minute after I explain them what n choose k is again.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is how many ways you can pick them, right? How many options we have from n. Right, so there's n items we can pick from. Then we pick one, it's n minus 1. We picked 2, so we already took 2. N minus 2 then. Until on the kth one is n minus k plus 1.
N minus K is
언제는
not
반환점
K
줄지
minus
모르니까
1.
이걸 값을 정하지 못하니까 그냥
No, so n minus k, the reason why it's n minus k plus 1 is because it's the kth item that you're picking. So you have one less, like you have one more item there, and it's the kth one that you're picking. So it's like you have k minus 1 items, and there's n minus k plus 1, right? Because it's n, so it's n minus k minus 1, right? Because you took this many items before the kth one, and that equals n minus k plus 1. Okay? And then, but the problem is the order. What's bad about the order? We took k items, but we could pick them in any order. So how many ways can we arrange the k items that we picked? So you took k items, right? But the order of this doesn't matter. Because you could have picked, say I picked blue and then black. I could have picked black and then blue. It's the same. So how many ways can you order the k items that you picked?
질문 없는데?
Okay. So this is like you have like k numbers written in order. How many ways can you rearrange them? How many options for the first?
Factorial.
Why? How many options for the first number?
If K is equals 3, first is 3 and second times 2 and times 1.
Times k minus 1, right? Times k minus 2, and then to 1, right?
Yes.
Alright, and that's equal to k factorial, right?
Yes.
Alright. What is this divided divided by k factorial. I claim that this equals, so let's multiply this by n minus k times n minus
K
k minus 1 all the way to 1, right?
Yes.
Divided by itself because it's 1 over 1. Alright. Yeah. And what is this equal to?
N minus K factorial.
Yeah. This is n minus k factorial. Alright, and then what is this, the whole thing equal to?
N factorial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, so then what is the result?
we got it.
N factorial divided by k factorial times n minus k factorial. And we
Alright.
just proved that, okay? We just showed it. Alright, and everyone understands that, okay? Alright. Now, Yunja says he's figured this out. I want a convincing explanation for why. What is your answer? You want to show everybody? Why don't you go show everybody?
Explain.
Yes.
와.
Don't make me nervous.
You can erase here. Do here.
인형을
Don't erase Pascal though. We need to talk about Pascal later. Because it is Pascal. Pascal. Not pasta. Yes, it is. I make really good pasta.
Oh.
Because I'm American.
You can make pasta?
I make pesto and meat sauce and bread and eggplant pasta. I don't make cream.
나는 토마토가 좋아.
You like aglio olio?
알리오유?
Aglio olio pasta.
Aioli.
Oli.
Aioli.
에올리?
In Korean people call aglio olio.
They don't know how to say anything.
올리.
Oil pasta.
No. I make good pasta. It's not greasy. Korean pasta is greasier than American pasta.
Greasy means salty.
Greasy
Very
is
licky.
like you guys. Korean pasta is like that. I don't know why. I don't like as much as my pasta.
We see that and we can, if there is, for example, if there is 4 x plus y power to the 4 power 4, we can choose in one case we can choose only x,
Yes.
and there is what is the chance to choose only x in 4x.
How many ways can you pick only x's from 4x's?
Yes, there is one.
Yes.
How about 3x and 1y? how about 3x and 1y?
4 to 3.
Yes.
답 있잖아.
Four to
Why?
저기요.
Why? Explain why.
와인지 알려줘. 난 몰라.
Why? Yeah, she doesn't know. Explain to her why.
짱짱.
There is many ways to arrange that. Many ways to, do you understand?
Okay.
X를 중심으로 두고.
So I've got 3
I'm
x's, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna write this real quick. And 1 y.
저렇게 하면 뭐라고요?
Right? 3 x's and 1 y.
얼마나 강하지?
We can choose.
Yeah.
There is 4 ways to arrange that.
Yeah. How many ways to arrange it? How many ways to pick 3 x's? 4, 2, 3.
You can write that way and that way,
Yeah.
and for that it allows we can choose.
뭐가 X고 뭐가 X고 뭐가
맞아요.
Yes, we there is y.
Y가 뭐가 X가 뭔데?
y. And we can
Okay.
first we can choose x x x y, and we can choose x x y x and x y x x x and y x.
그 노가다 아니야?
There's
Yeah.
4. You can't understand because and I explain why. There is 4, and we can use formula like that. That is 4 choose 3. Do you understand?
숫자로 써줘.
Okay, I will explain it a little bit more clearly.
Mm.
He understands, but he don't explain perfectly.
이거 대충 어떻게 구할지 알 것 같아.
Stay.
머물러 있어.
Okay, don't worry. He knows.
머리 하진
He
않아요.
knows.
어차피.
Okay, we want to pick 3x's and 1y. X cubed, right? X cubed, y, right?
이 개수가 몇 개냐고?
X cubed,
응.
y.
X 세 개로 y.
So x times x times x times y equals what?
Excuse why?
X cubed y,
Yes.
right?
아
Yeah.
그렇구나. 근데요.
Yes, right? Okay, you agree.
그러니까 저렇게 하는 방법이 네 가지가
But
있잖아.
the problem is, yes, exactly. The problem is, what if we do it like this? What is x
그게 네 개나
times
있다고?
x times y?
It's a different situation, but result is same.
아 알겠어.
Ah.
근데 녹았잖아.
어?
아니 뭐
그러니까
you
방법이 몇 가지가
just
있냐,
curious
그런
about
거야.
why it's true, so
Why?
we show that it's true.
Why? How many ways can we make x cubed y?
We can use that formula easier to be.
아, 그 저거 한번 풀어줘.
Now let's
formula
try another
풀어줘.
one.
Huh? It's
응.
input.
그거 풀어줘.
There is
이야기
팩토리얼 3 팩토리얼
and there is only 4.
Because we want to say how many ways can we label which one is x? So we can label it like this, right? There's 4. We need to label 3x and 1y, right? This one we take x. This one we take y. This one we take x. This one we take y, right?
그러니까
But we can also do x, x, y, x.
네.
병 걸리겠다 이제 말을 못해서.
X, 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 y.
Yes.
맨 앞에 X나
And what's the last one?
X 없나?
Um,
Y X X X.
Yes.
그러니까 노가 다잖아.
그 누가 왜 한 궁금해서 알려준 거잖아 이거를.
왜?
그러니까 누가
Because you
이거를.
need to understand.
Yes.
must
You don't know why
understand.
it's true, so we prove
You
that
need to
it's
know
true.
why. You need to know why.
저걸 보고 저 공식이 맞다는 걸 알려준 거.
You need to know why.
뭐가
Because
공식인데?
it is formula. Yes.
나 아니
And
포뮬라 아니죠.
yes.
이게 그냥 그 경우의 수잖아.
Yes.
경우는.
오!
그러니까 전체가 4개가 있고
Yes.
그러니까 그거 3개 해가지고 나도 알아. 대충 어떻게 구했지. 근데 설명은 못할 뿐이야. 내가.
The why you ask.
You need sense to prove.
We all need to
죽을래.
explain now n. Okay, how many ways we can pick 2y? 2y. Pick 2y. Explain 2. Explain the four choose
Explain
2.
two.
2y.
나도 모르고.
X X Y Y.
Yes.
그렇게 좋아하는 일인가요?
X, y.
X Y.
How many ways can we write?
그거밖에 안 돼요?
No.
X, Y, Y.
Y X Y X. 되지 않나? 아 너무 많은 거 같은데.
I think there is 6.
Y Y X X. 뭐몇 개나 있는 거야?
There's 1. 1 there.
Y,
Y.
X.
Yes.
어머.
There is 6.
1, 2,
6, see? 4 choose 2. Arrange A, B, B.
It is same as 4 choose 2.
이게 공식이라고?
어.
Why? Because it's same as arrange A, B, B. 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 2 factorial equals 4 choose 2.
근데 뒤에 있는 거 어떻게 구해?
What?
뒤에 있는 문자.
What?
X 세제곱 Y
Then 1. There is first we only choose x and there is
Yeah.
x power 4
응.
and the next one you understand that 4x 3 y and there is minus 1 and y is plus 1 and the third one is 6x square y square that what x from the second my x power is minus 1 and y is plus 1 and there is
No, 3y, 1x.
yes 3y 1x you
Y
can
square.
know
천천히
that
옮겨진 거잖아.
that is same as 4 choose 3
응.
because
Pick
we
3y.
yes we pick 3y in the 4y. So it is the same. What is that?
오. 잖아. 개수가
네.
이거예요.
That
4 choose 3. It's 4.
그러니까 개수.
개수 영어로 뭐냐고?
Oh, coefficient.
yes, coefficient.
The coefficient.
콜로. 오. 깜짝.
I think that's right.
콜로피션.
And coefficient you will be same because it is x. It is same.
S를 3개 구하는 거나 Y를
Yes.
3개 구하는 거나
Yes.
똑같다고.
understand.
나도 안다고.
Yes.
아는지 아는데 그 이해해야 돼.
그러니까 근데 이게 지금
Yes.
다 알고 있는 거지 내가. 그럼 다른 예를 들어봐. 다른 거.
확실히 n 알아야 돼. n.
Yeah.
So explain n.
Before we know that, I got an example of
He
that.
gave example. Now explain n.
Yes.
How does n work?
Hey, hey. 근데
Okay.
저기서 그 if you have 4 choose 3,
Yeah.
4 factorial equal total number. 그러니까 모든 가능성이잖아. 똑같은 x를 뽑아도 그걸 다 포함한 게 4 factorial인 거잖아. 근데 그 똑같은 걸 빼는 게 좀 밑에 식이잖아.
Yeah.
근데
왜 그러냐고? 그러면 왜 진짜
It's like you
미친.
swap x and y in the later ones. It's like you swap x and y, right? So before we have 3x, 1y.
민지의 왜 여기
Later
들리는
we have 3y, 1x. Same number.
이거 x 하나하나에다가 x1, x2, x3을 이렇게 했다고 쳐봐. 그럼 x1, x2, x3은 y 하는 거랑 x1, x3, x2, y 하는 거랑.
You mean if
이거 아니죠.
if the x1, x2, x3 is same?
It's
same?
same. It's same.
Yeah, it's same. Totally
Because
same.
it's to the
So
end.
it's same as like that.
이건 똑같잖아.
Yes, it's same. So
근데
we
왜-
have to divide by this.
Yeah.
저기 어떻게 해서 나온 거야?
그러니까 우리 그냥 난 내 방식대로
It's
아니야.
that. Okay. It's like that. So it's 3.
24.
Oh.
If they're all different, it's 24 total.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we divide by that.
Yeah.
이거 왜 저렇게 나와야 되는 건데?
그냥 쉽게 생각해.
Okay. There is a 3x, and it can be
It's
swap. It can be swap,
응.
and it is 3 factorial.
그리고 마지막에 있는 Y가 한 개잖아.
So
그래서
it's divided by 3 factorial.
아 오케이.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
다른 문제인데.
Okay.
그냥
We can know the coefficient by n choose k. But
wait 잠깐.
I want you to explain like this. They're not going to understand. If you need to write it out like this.
okay.
그럼
Right?
x를 기준으로 말하는 거야?
It is no matter. If we
X랑 Y를 기준으로 두고 하는 거 아니야?
it is no matter to the 기준 x or y because it is same n choose n minus 1 or n choose 1. It is
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
same, so it's no matter.
Because you pick
같다고?
1x.
왜?
You pick 1x, right? So you
Oh.
pick. Yeah.
I'll give you an example that 4 choose 3 is same 4 choose 1.
Yeah.
왜?
Why?
오케이.
Yes.
아.
왜냐면 그 n choose k, right?
아,
n choose k
이렇게 보면
n factorial divided by n minus k factorial times k factorial, which equals what's
N 팩토리얼.
okay? And what's this?
K
I'm
factorial.
claiming that this equals n choose n minus k. Why?
똑같잖아.
Yeah.
Yeah.
풀었으면
똑같아요.
역시 나야.
So it is 기준 is no matter x or y. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
면산이 너무 높게 올라갔어 우리.
I have to explain this that.
Yep.
심플한
No
공식으로
formula. You
하는.
gotta
okay,
explain
okay.
concept.
Okay. there is a
한 걸로 잡았네.
nx,
Yeah, and x's.
nx, and there is ny
Yeah.
in there because we x plus y power n.
So there's nx plus y's, right?
Yeah.
There's nx plus y's.
So if we choose
그래서 안 들리는
if we
게.
choose all x,
x power n.
yes, x power n.
Yeah.
The first one.
음.
Do
왜?
you understand?
No.
We take
No.
all x.
We take all x in the
nx
n.
plus y.
Yes, there is nx. We choose all of them.
아 알겠어.
x to the n.
Yeah.
n x's.
음.
x and x multiplied together.
그러니까 x 플러스 y를
다
n번
X로
곱했다는
넣었어.
거잖아.
n 개.
그래서 n개만 x만 우리 골라보면
Yeah.
x n제곱이라는 거잖아.
Yeah.
Yes.
맞아.
알고 있는데?
네.
근데?
맞아요.
글씨 좀 제발.
And if
우리
we
x 이렇게 쓰지 않아? 아니 왜 누가 이렇게 써?
choose
내 글씨 너무 달라. 내 글씨
How many
뒤가
X's
복잡하네.
if we choose one y
We take one y now.
and all
아,
x
어떡해,
except
알아.
one y.
그거
Except one y.
x n 빼기 1 x 제곱이 아니라 x n 빼기 1하고 y 아니야.
n minus 1 x's and 1 y.
So how many situations?
아이고
We have a problem now.
Oh,
Why is
I
this
know.
different than all x's? Why is this different than all x's? What's the problem? Why is it not just x n minus 1 times and then y? What's the problem?
왜 저를 봐요? 모르겠다고요.
근데 모양한다고 했는데
아, 그러니까 문자만 알겠고 개수는 모르겠다고.
오케이.
근데 뭐
아니,
모르는 죄야?
There is so there is x, nx, and we choose n minus 1x.
yes,
Yes.
there's
진짜
n possible x's and we take n minus 1
이거
and the
이거라니까?
other one is y.
이거라고
Yes.
딱딱더라.
But it is different.
아 죽을 것 같아.
Can I use the blue one?
Yes.
근데 이걸 언제 다 해?
Yes, 선생님.
n개인데?
I just want to understand.
You need to understand.
괜찮아.
이해 못하면 안 돼요. 절대 안 돼요.
If we something and then we need to we will not all of n situation, and if there is another ways to x,
Yeah.
y, and x,
And then all x.
all x.
Yeah.
It is different situation with the red one. Do you understand? Because so
이거 아까지.
so that situation is how many ways to arrange
n
What?
minus 1 x's and 1 y.
yes.
이거 이거까지 했는데 언제 끝나 이게?
We can be
n 마이너스 1 x에다.
그러니까 이게 언제 끝나냐고 봐봐.
so
끝이 없어 끝이.
it will be easily n. There's n situ, n x and n y in all of them, and we pick one y in the n y.
Or n minus 1 x's. Right? N minus. Do it for x. Yeah, we pick n minus 1 x's and the other one is just y. We need to pick n minus 1 of them to be x. We label n minus 1 x. N minus 1 of these. There's n total. All but 1 is x. 1 is y.
너
Okay?
이해를 안 하려는 게 아니라 이해를 못 하겠다.
What aspect?
준이 한국어로 설명 좀.
무슨 어떤 면에서 이해가 안 가는데 why?
잠깐.
한국어로 해보세요.
그러니까 어떤 면에서 이해가 안 되는데
저거.
어떤 거?
그러니까
이거?
n개 x가
그거.
있고 n개 x가 있고
I should be easily understand
네.
if we
우리는
Right?
choose one.
Choose 1?
n
Okay.
minus
Okay. Do 1 y.
n
1
마이너스
y.
1개 x를 뽑고 하는 y 하는 거잖아. 그치?
근데 똑같아요.
저 n
Let's see.
1
N
y,
minus
n minus 1 x. Same
n
thing.
플러스 1이랑 똑같아요. 그러면
아 지금 저거 개수야?
개수야 개수.
무슨 개수?
그 다음 거.
이해해요?
x n 다음 개수.
이해해요?
And there is a song in
계속 이렇게 불게 이윤재?
There is
얘
a
계속
개수나무.
풀게?
아 그러니까 나 나중에 덧덧덧 할 거라고. 점점점 할 거라고. 점점점. 하고 나중에 넘어갈 거라고.
이해했어.
그 있잖아 그거 하는 거.
So you understand that a coefficient of the second
네.
thing? Okay. Then I will write here n-1 and you know that 1 x power 1 minus and y 1 plus. Yes. We can know that
n minus 1.
1 and y is 1.
근데 왜?
n-1개 x를 뽑고 y 한 개 뽑으니까 저렇게 한 거지?
Yes.
Yes.
아,
Yes. Okay. What's the next one?
Oh, the x power
저 죽을랍니다.
will be same with that. X
아,
power will be same with that.
Why?
나 다른
Why? Why is the x power the same with that?
because
x가
Why is it the same?
y가 1이니까.
Because we choose n minus 1x in
n.
nx.
So if I told you to choose n divided by 2 x's, what would be the power on x? If I told you to choose n minus 10 x's, what would be the power of x?
Yes, x n minus 10.
Yeah, because you would choose n minus 10 x's.
Mm.
And what would be the power on y?
10.
Yeah, because it would be 10 y's and n minus 10 x's. How many ways can you arrange that? N choose 10, or n choose n minus 10. You choose the x's. Okay?
Or to the time pass, the y power will be increased and x power should be
뭐야?
decreased.
y 저거 뭐야?
이게 생략된 거야 이게. Yes.
이거 아니야 포기하는 거.
아니 포기하지 마.
너의 글씨에 대한 내 생각을 포기한다고.
포기하지 마.
대충한 거.
And the third thing, you understand by that? Okay. And
언제 끝나죠?
And the third one is we choose n minus 2x and 2y. What is,
Right?
how many ways to
Pick that.
pick that?
n choose n minus 2,
Yes.
Yes.
x power n minus 2 and y square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sounds good.
Because you took 2 y's and n minus 2 x's.
이거잖아 딱 봐도.
Okay.
언제 끝나?
And 나쁜가?
Oh yeah.
Yes, 드디어
What's
나다
at the end?
끝났다.
Yes, what's at the end?
마지막.
왜 이렇게 많아요?
3개만 써.
어,
3개가 정석이란다. 플러스 y n.
내일 시험 있어.
응?
화학 시험 있어.
What's your temptation or test?
I have tests.
University?
Yeah, MIT chemistry test.
You took a chemistry class?
I have to graduate. 필수원.
H is hydrate. H is helium. L is lithium.
And
아니,
그게 아니죠. 이거요.
N is neon.
It's like
내용? 내가 아는
Okay.
화학 그 내용?
what is that?
delta E.
Delta E? What is
다? 오!
Delta E is airplane.
그거
델타.
말고 수학을 때
델타예요.
Wow.
어디서 들어보지 않았니 정말?
What is that?
저거 숙제라고요 쌤? 시험이라고요?
I think it's
이거
alien.
equation. 이거 equation. delta
That is-
E is energy.
That is 외계어.
에너지 오케이.
It is alien.
이게 다
energy.
alien
Yes.
맞아요. 이거 chemistry.
What
In
is
college. This is just beginning of course.
I think
아니면
it's
수학이
warm.
영어가 들어가는 건데
Bond strength. Bond strength
E
of
equals
ionic bond.
E equals MC squared.
Bond strength of
이거
ionic
어려운데.
crystal.
예.
지금
아.
가서보란 문제네.
아 맞아요. 맞아요.
Teacher.
Yes. Continue.
Yes.
플러스 마지막 거 쓰자. 개수는 모르겠네. 이렇게 되는 거 아니야?
And there's N for the
And choose one.
and choose one. We only have to choose
One x.
Y.
Choose one x. One x n minus one
yes.
1x.
1x. Yes, 1x. You only choose 1x and all y
Yeah.
except 1x. And there is the same with that.
Yes.
Yes, it will be same and there
And
is
n choose
one.
0 is 1 because there's one way to choose 0 items. So it actually is.
And it will be x 1 y n minus 1.
And then n
And
choose
the
0.
last n choose 0. Then we only choose y. There's only one situation. Then it'll be n.
Okay,
Hooray.
we get it. So these are what are called binomial coefficients.
Yeah.
바이노미요? 바이노미요? 큐?
This is just the name for it. You'll see this a lot, okay? So you should know this name.
로미오와 줄리엣.
Very important.
All
Alright. Now, so you get what Yusei said. Now I want you to write a simple form. So I want you to write it as a sum. Okay? So this is very long. We don't like writing this whole thing, right?
yes.
Alright.
너무 어렵다.
Very long. Binomial coefficients.
여기 길어요.
Alright, so
선생님 계시잖아.
x plus y to the n equals the sum from I equals 1 to n of what? Plus,
That
plus
one.
할 수 있다.
writing. No sum. Write a sum. What is the sum? 이거 그냥 손으로 just write a sum, right? So okay, so we have, what do we have? So we decided that x plus y to the n equals x to the n plus, n choose n minus 1 times
times x
X.
X n minus
n minus 1
Y.
y plus n minus 2 x powered n minus 2 and y squared
alright, plus, and then all the way, we go all the way to
n choose 1 which is x n minus 1 yeah. Last one is y to the n.
and then this is n choose,
I 0 or
N?
infinity.
and this is
zero.
n choose 0.
0, 0, 0.
So what is this?
What is this?
What is the sum? Write this as a sum from I equals 0 to n.
Huh?
Sum.
Okay, so we have this form, right?
Yeah.
I want you to turn it into a sum.
Oh. It is same. Same?
So how would you write the sum from I equals 1 to n? So I equals 0 to n, right?
Yeah.
Because of what? So what is this equal to? It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So what is this? Maybe we can start with, this one. Start with this one.
Sorry.
So I goes from 0 to n.
Yeah.
Where do we see n's appearing?
Yes.
Or maybe I should write it like this because we've been using this letter. Alright, k is going, write it as k because we've been using n choose k. Okay, so among these coefficients, what are our coefficients? Our coefficients are n choose 0. Then we have an n choose 1, n choose 2, and then we have n choose n minus 1, n choose n.
Yes.
Alright. And then each of these we have some plus, right?
Yeah.
And then what's here?
There is x
X.
power n y0 x n minus 1 y.
Interesting. Alright, so what is this sum gonna look like?
Look like
It's a sum, right? So we're turning this into a sum, into a form here, right? So it's gonna be something, here's the first part, and choose k. Because this is summing over all k, right? So we have a k equals 0, k equals 1, k equals 2. This is all plus, 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 right? And plus, and then we go down to k equals n. So we're adding up all these terms.
two plus
2
Alright.
plus 1.
I'm gonna write it, and you're gonna analyze it.
you cannot. I'm thirsty. Can I drink some water?
Yeah, I also need to drink water. But I want you to think about this for a sec. Why? Try writing this out. Write out this sum. Write it out. See, this relates to your class. X plus y to the n. When you see x plus y cubed on a test, you can write binomial coefficient.
Cube.
Oh my
is
God.
cube.
I don't like. You were that joke.
Can I drink
What?
water?
Oh, yes,
Say
yes.
like that, or how you
Which cup I can use?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, sorry. That's okay.
Word call.
뭐네요?
Coffee cup.
Chicago Cubs.
가만히 있었어.
컵으로 끝내는 거예요.
Cup.
Big cup.
Alright, so how do you write this sum out?
So
JXN 어쩌고
some. Do you drink some out?
I want you to know why it's true.
Oh my god.
because it is proved by the
How can you know the sum?
No, not as a closed form. Like, just write the terms out. Right? Like this. So write it just equals, x0 plus, what's the second term?
And choose one.
Yeah, k is 1 times x to the n minus k
Yeah.
times y to the k. What's k?
1 plus
K is 2.
and choose 2.
Yeah.
X n minus 2 y
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
But we can't.
It's the same. No. Don't worry about closed form. Don't worry. I'm just saying, I want you to realize that this is correct for that. No proof. Just
Okay.
no proof. I just want you to realize that this is correct. Okay? So everybody understands why. And then when k equals n minus 1, we have n choose n minus 1 times
N
x to the n minus n minus 1, which is x to the 1, y to the n minus 1, and then we have plus n choose n, x to the 0 is 1, and then y to the n. X to the 0, y to the 0, and anything to the 0 is 1. Okay? So, everybody agrees that this is the correct form
Yeah.
for x plus y to the n.
Yes.
Those coefficients of n choose k are the binomial coefficients.
Binomial.
Binomial
Consider
coefficients.
binomial is related to biology.
No, it's related to
It
binary.
is related to binary.
Here, I'm going to show you binary now.
Good
I'll show
binary.
you binary in some way. But
Good.
binary is like 2, right? So it's base 2, right? And so it's zeros and ones. It's only ones and zeros. So a binary string would be like 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1,
It's
0,
computer.
1, 2. What, 1, 0? Yeah, like a computer. Computers read in binary. That's why you need to know this.
이진법인가?
So y is n choose k binomial. How many ways can you arrange this?
어?
It's like x and y. Substitute x and y. It's x, 1 is x, 0 is y. Right? This is binomial, right? So binary. This is binary. And I can show you binary how it works. Because we can write a number in binary. Okay? And so the way that a number in binary works, let's not do that now. Let's not do that now. I want to do one more thing, okay? And then I want to show you, I want to return to Pascal.
Pascal.
Pascal, right? Because I've been meaning to show you guys this for a while because we've covered a lot of related.
How Pascal found it?
Well, I want you to tell me what this thing is.
저 C 할 거 없음. 히 끄적끄적. 히 없어지니까.
응?
끄적끄적 할 거 없어.
Beginning of it.
So this is the row, okay? I want you to consider the rows.
And is 1 and then is 2 and is that.
Alright, and I want you to think about this. Then I want you to consider, this is like the first one, right? This is number 2, this is the first one. So this one has, I want you to look at like columns, right? So if we were to write it like this, right? So it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1.
1, 4, 6, 4.
You can write it like this. I want you to write it like this for a second, right? This is going to be very interesting.
Did you see?
Right? It's the same thing. We're writing the same triangle. We're just writing it like this, and we're going to draw rows and columns.
It will be me.
Oh.
And I want you to start thinking about this, right? Okay, so we have rows and columns. Alright, and so this is in the corner, this is, God.
Oh my god.
This is, yeah, here we go. Alright, so this is column 1, right? So let's write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 1, 2, 3, row 1, row 2, row 3, n equals 1, n equals 2, 3, n equals 4, n equals 5. Alright, and just for whatever's sake, let's just call this K.
K is like terms.
Yeah, K is just a variable. Oh no, this is n is off by 1. This is 6.
Hmm?
My bad. Okay. So this is n equals 1 because this is the first one, right?
Oh my. Oh my.
n equals 7. Let's do one more and then we'll do k equals 7. Alright, let's do one more. What's the 7th one? We have 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. Okay. Let's look at this. This is interesting. So before, Junhee noticed. I say Junhee.
So she's gonna explain?
She noticed that the x plus y to the n coefficients were the numbers in Pascal's triangle, which was a very good observation. Now, we've showed something else is also the same as x plus y to the n. And this is why I said this is going to combine 3 things that you've seen before. This is the last thing. So I want you to think about what the numbers in Pascal's triangle are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What? Ooh.
모르는데 뭐 하는 거 아니지?
오, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
어?
검색겨.
아니.
단어에.
이거 N and K. Look at N and K.
오, 예.
This is K. This is N. What are these numbers?
Related to N and K?
The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might help you, right? Because look at what N and K
It's
are
so
related.
funny.
No, that's a good observation. Any observation is good, but that's not what I
And
want
this is
you to
also
see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We know
Yes,
that.
yes. No,
지금 앞에 있는 건 5원이고 뒤에 있는 건 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6까지 있고
So
그 뒤에 있는 건 3의 대수.
interesting.
Interesting. Interesting fact.
All right. So let's first write something this. K is never bigger than N. Right? Because K, there's no K when K can only be 1 when N is 1. When N is 2, K can be 1 or 2.
K can be 1?
Right? Because K can be 1, 1, 2. There's a number here. So K can be 2, N is 2.
Oh.
Alright, so let's first write this.
N. Okay.
Stupid.
어?
Okay.
Oh. No, please no.
I
Oh
need
my
to
God.
change it. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh my
I
god.
wrote it wrong. I wrote it one off.
릴렉스.
It needs to be like this. It needs to be like this. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I'm sorry. It needs to be like
Oh
this.
my god.
It needs to be like this. I'm so sorry.
Oh my.
No.
아니 난 안 써서 다행이네.
Oh my head.
No, it's just shifting by 1 because it needs to start at 0. I realize it needs to start at 0.
Oh my.
You can do it.
너랑 할 수 있어. 난 안 쓸 거지.
Yeah, it needs to start from 0. Alright, I want you to look at this and look at this
Same.
and think about what's happening.
오.
Die.
Die. Oh my.
This is how I feel when I have too many exams this week.
Oh.
Everything should die.
Cruel.
Huh?
Cruel.
I suffer. Okay.
What related?
N
Yeah.
and K.
Yeah.
N is
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
K is 0.
Thank you. Oh.
1.
Yeah.
N is 1. K is 1.
Yeah.
1.
어떻게 얘기가.
N
K is
1,
Yeah.
n is 2,
Yeah.
wait, k is 0, sorry, n is 2, k is 1, 2, n is 2,
이거랑
k is 2, 1, n is, x is, k is, x is, y is, how many x's, how many y's, n is 3,
Yeah.
k is 1,
여기는
3,
1, 2, 5잖아.
n is 3, k is 2, 3.
아니 어디 12.
What is the function?
똑같지 완전 똑같지. 역시 나야.
Okay.
와우.
K can be
우와 너
bigger
완전
than
신경
N.
쓰였어.
Yes, we have it.
이때 기적이다.
기적이.
And k can be anywhere between this. Okay, so tell me an explanation for a number in Pascal. If I pick a random number in the triangle, I want you to tell me what it is as a function of n and k. So I want you to give me the number in the nth row, kth column.
칼럼.
I don't know if I spelled this right. Alright, so we've got n rows and k columns. What is this number in the nth row in the kth column? Please try. I know you can do it. You can do it. Oh,
뭐지?
fighting.
Wow.
Okay, you can do it. What is the number in the nth row in the kth column?
칼럼 what?
column은 이렇게.
네?
column 1, column 2, column 3.
아.
오, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
아 뭐야.
No.
teacher.
Okay, that's the case.
Well, nth row, kth column, is 1,
빨리 얘기해봐.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, when is it 1, 2? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when k equals n minus 1.
teacher.
Yes.
I think it was.
Okay. Okay, so when k, okay, that's a good observation. Here's the first thing. When k equals 0, what is n always equals 1? Okay, when the k equals 0, it doesn't matter what n is, the entry is 1. It doesn't matter what n is. When k is 0, it's always 1.
Yes.
Alright, what about when k equals n? K equals n is these numbers,
오, 내가 찾았잖아.
right? These are
내가
also all
한번
ones.
Yeah.
Alright. What about k? Now here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's k equals n minus 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so if
아니
k
내가
is
설명한 거
n
똑같잖아.
minus 1, what's the number?
1, 2, 3,
알고 있었는데
But
설명.
this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N is 3, it's 3. N is 2, it's 2.
난 천재인가.
N is 1,
This one.
it's 1. So it equals n.
연예인 천재.
This should be looking very familiar.
Huh?
This should be, okay, so when k equals n minus 1,
Yeah.
we have the number is n, right?
Yes.
Now where's the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Right? If k equals 1, then the number is also n.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's interesting.
Yes. I'm fine. 내가 찾자.
So, what's the same? The 0, if k equals 0 and k equals n, it's the same. And if k equals 1 and k equals n minus 1, it's also the same. What about if,
Oh.
are you getting it?
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yes.
What is the expression for the,
If the k equals 0, you the r1
yeah, why?
because
What's anything to 0?
n
Okay.
to 0.
N minus 6.
1.
Yeah. Okay, so what is entry for, I want you to think about,
이게
I ask you
Yeah.
for nth row,
N이 1일 때
K
K가
column.
1.
what is the number?
이거 N이 3일 때 K가
Exact number?
No, as a function of n and k.
뭐야 K가 0일 때 뭐잖아
function.
K가 2일 때 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
In terms of n and k. In terms of n and
K가
k.
N이야.
응.
K가 1.
So give me the number in terms of n and k.
K가 3이야.
But I don't know how can I express
얘는
it.
언제나 1이다. 얘를 보면 K가 N-1 만약에 K가 3이라고 쳐봐. 그러면은
Alright,
맞아 이게
4 빼기 1이잖아. 4 빼기 1이 쳐잖아.
big hint.
N-1이
Look at this and think of
아안
think of what's happening. Think of the relation. Alright, think of x plus y to the 1.
The one is x plus y.
Okay.
And what is x plus y to the 0?
1.
Alright, what is x plus y squared?
X squared plus 2xy plus y squared.
What is x plus y cubed?
On x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y squared. Y cubed.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna write ones in front of everything that doesn't have a coefficient yet.
오! 오! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You only focus on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
그니까 쌤이 얼마나 답답했을까
Alright, I want you, so this is the 1, 2, 3, sorry, yeah.
오!
This should look similar.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What is happening here? What is happening? What is the similarity?
너 코에피션 있으면
Coefficients. What are these coefficients? What did we write the coefficients as? We know what the coefficients are.
yes.
What is the coefficient? So it's the nth row of Pascal equals coefficient of x, in x plus y to the n. Okay?
Yes.
Now, look at the column.
Case column can know coefficient of y in x plus y to the n.
The column, the k tells you that it's the nth row, kth column tells you coefficient of x to the k, y to the n minus k. Does everyone agree with that?
Ax.
So we have x to the k, y to the n minus k. The coefficient of that is in the nth row, kth column. This is the coefficient. For example, this is third row,
Yes.
second column.
Yeah.
And it's the coefficient for x squared y in x plus y cubed. This is k. This is n.
보는 거 있어? 진짜
A little confused.
Alright, so,
Can you summarize?
yeah, so what I want you to look at is, alright, so look at x plus y to the n. Alright?
Yeah.
This is gonna look like some form of, x to the n, n choose 1, which is n, y x to the n minus 1, does it all, right?
Yeah.
Now I want you to look at the nth row of Pascal.
깜짝 왜 저거 혼자 좀 얘기해.
Okay, we know what this is.
Yeah.
Look at the nth row of Pascal.
Nth row.
Okay, let's say n equals 5.
Yeah.
Here's the 5th row. Okay? X plus y to the 5 equals x to the 5 plus 5 choose 4. X 4 y 5 plus 5 choose 3. Sorry, y x cubed y squared plus 5 choose 2. X squared y cubed plus 5 choose 1. X y fourth plus 5 choose 0 equals 1. This is 5 choose 5. Sorry, y, just y to the 5th. Okay, these are 1. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? 10.
10, 5, 1.
Huh, look at the nth row of Pascal's triangle.
있죠. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to tell me, what is the entry, what is the number in the nth row, kth column?
Why you have to solve the column?
Maybe column L is 1.
Well, what if we consider the column, this is k equals 1.
Yeah.
This is k equals 0, k equals 1, k equals 2, k equals 3, k equals 4, k equals 5. Kth column of Pascal. What is it?
Exactly 1.
No. I tell you, I give you some random nk. If it's n equals 5, k equals 3, it's 10. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell me the random thing as a function of n and k. Note that we could write this as, let's rewrite these this way. 5 choose 0, 5 choose 1, we choose the y. 5 choose 2, and then 5 choose 3. What?
Don't make
무슨 소리
strange
듣지?
sound. Don't make strange sound.
I think he understands when he makes that
그걸
sound.
말래.
I think it makes me think he understands even if he doesn't.
He misused the sound.
Okay,
What sound?
so what is this the same as? In this coefficient, this is what? This is n.
Yeah.
These are all n.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this?
K.
K! This is K! What is the nth row kth column?
And just K?
Yes!
Haha.
Why?
Oh.
This is what I was trying to get you to see the whole time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, it's okay. So, we have these binomial coefficients that are n choose k. They are the coefficients. N choose k is the number of ways to pick k items from n items. It's the coefficients on x plus y to the n. And
Ooh.
it's the nth row entries, all n choose k's for k ranging from 0 to n are the nth entry, the entries in the nth row of Pascal's triangle.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yes, that is it.
Oh,
We're done.
oh, we done it?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
More
어렵군요.
interesting than here.
수고하셨습니다.
This is important actually. This is
착하네 참. 이 손가락 안 보여.
노노노노노.
뭐야 뭔 손가락이야?
There's too many 있어요.
뭐야 이름이?
Yes, there is no.